We have Nigel Kinsman, who makes Empensada, and Thomas Rivers Brown, who makes Rivers Marie. And I don't know about you, Kyle, but the first thing I noticed when we poured the Herb Lamb first is it's got the classic Herb Lamb aromatics. I go back to the Colgan wines of the early 90s, and it always has an herbaceous quality that I find absolutely captivating. And this is no different. It's got that almost Bordeaux-like thing. When you're smelling this, Kyle, what do you get out of this wine?
I mean, so like bright fruits, but also a lot of herbaceous notes, like you said. There's a ton of tannins. I mean, it's a big, thick, in-your-face sort of a wine, which I really love about it.
I think it pulls forward. The acid on it is so lively, where you get that phenolic pull to the back of the palate, but the acid keeps it clean on the finish, and it provides the wine with great balance. And then you go to the Empensada, which to me is the flip-flop. When you taste this, what do you get? And while he's tasting it, I'll just say, the color on this is it's Merlot, looks like Merlot. It is red on the rim, whereas the Rivers Marie was purple to the rim. So it looks like Merlot, but texturally, it's got so much more power than you think of when you think of Merlot. So what do you think what do you taste in this, Kyle?
A huge body, so there's a lot more red fruit that I get in this, like almost strawberry Twizzler, sort of a thing that I really enjoy about this wine. But also, as you mentioned, big, tannic, rich, juicy wine.
I go back to the Hell Mountain, Beringer, Bancroft Ranch Merlots back in the 90s. They always had great tannin in the back. This wine is powerful in the back of the palate and then is plush to the front of the palate. And I think there's some cocoa to it and there's red fruits. But this is a wine that I think speaks to the back of the palate and then the classic chocolate Merlot qualities, whereas the Herb Lamb has the acid of Cabernet Sauvignon, and it's got that herbaceousness that makes certain vineyards in Napa spectacular and certain vineyards horrific. This is an example of fabulous herbaceousness. This level of green makes me happy. I think it's two wonderful wines.